All right, guys. So at the beginning of this video, I already have a couple cases on my order here because the person in the back there was actually right up on me. So I would have had to block out what I was doing. So I just threw a couple cases on there to get started. If you are new to the channel, I welcome you. Subscribe to the channel, give me thumbs up, all that stuff. I appreciate it. So right here, I'm going to be driving to the other part of the warehouse while I talk. So I tell you all the time, the 4 things that I pay attention to in the beginning of my orders, because people say ready. They say ready before they even start, before the system even tells them what's going on with their order. I listen to where I start, where I end, how many cube is my pallet, and how many cases and how many pick locations. This was a 40 case order. So I knew right away that I was getting these big paper towels, cereals, and stuff to that nature. I knew even starting in this aisle that I was going to the paper. I was not going to be getting a lot of these smaller cases. Like I said, that's why it is so important to listen to those 4 things. Now, right there, I picked a case up off the ground. Guys, if you're bending over on the pallet and there's a case on the ground, just pick it up. It causes it from not being damaged. It causes a possible injury. It's just keeping stuff clean. It's not that difficult. All right, now I'm rolling up on 2 high lifts right here. First thing you did not hear is I'm beeping my horn. The second thing is I know I have a small case order. I would not pull next to these high lift operators making these moves if I knew I wasn't going to zip by them. I would wait and let them make their moves, and then I would go by them. But I know I'm going to be able to zip by them real quick. And I just throw cases, like you saw me just throw a case on my forks. Whatever I got to do to get by them to make sure I'm not holding them up. And now I just take the case off the forks and put it to where I want to put it. So basically, when you get in these paper products, a lot of the time you are column stacking. And there's not a problem with that. It's lighter products, but you still got to do it properly. And I'm trying to get this corner to work. I put the cans up there. I'm like, yeah, is that going to work? No, that's not going to work. I'm too low on my pallet. That's slanting outwards. You know what? I'm just going to throw these cans here, throw this Angel Soft back, taking a little too much time on this corner for my likings, and we're just going to keep moving. So on the first order that I did on Wednesday that I put out, this is my second order on overtime. Between the 2 orders, I did like 126%. I did a 115 on that first order and I whatever on this one. So like I said, when you get these smaller orders like this, if you're listening to your description in the beginning, you know this is a smaller case order and you need to move through it. These are the type of orders that you want to try to bang time on. They're lighter products. And if I wasn't doing this for the sake of the video, this would be up on the front of my jack. So I have this up against the mast of the jack because this gets a little shaky later on and I actually throw some wrap around it. Now I am going to move that Angel Soft for a brief moment. I'm coming up in the smaller cereals here. Now see, I put that Charmin there. And why did I move it? Because I got another one. I got another Charmin at a different location, and I said I'm keeping these together, so I stuck them on top of the northern or that quilted northern. That's how I do things, guys. I like to keep like cases together when I possibly can, even if it takes a half a second to move from one place to the other. So that's another thing I want to talk about is like right here, you're going to see me. I'm going to do this. So I have in my head, I told you, I have an idea of how I want to do this. I'm not taking 30, 40 seconds like a lot of people do. A lot of newer selectors will take 30, 40 seconds to figure out a corner. I'm literally taking seconds. All right, sometimes that's all it takes. See, I have that in my head. I'm saving those cans. Maybe if I change this, it gives me a little weight distribution. Now, if I put something on top of it, it's going to keep that from rocking. And you know what? I don't have a big order. This is enough. And like a big rookie, I'm going to try to stuff cans on their sides. Don't do that. I don't know why I tried doing that. Don't put cans on their sides. I'm glad that didn't fit in there because that type of packaging, those cans on their sides could still fall out. Now, this is a short video. It doesn't go much longer than that, but after the video concludes, we're going to look at my end product. But like I said, the column stacking is definitely something that comes into play whenever you're doing this type of product. But like I said, place cases down and keep moving. Now right here, 1, 2, 3, about 3 seconds. It took me, I saw what I wanted to do. It took me about 3 seconds to move some cases around where it would literally a new selector would still be back there fumbling around with that stuff. You can't do that. You know, you got to keep moving forward. That's why I say it's so important to learn a system. I know my system. I know what I want to do. I know how I place cases. That Chex Mix that's down there, it's on its side, but it's a cereal. I know that is one solid case that I could put on its side. It's a solid box all the way around. It's not going to hurt the box. I'm going to have light product on top of it. Now, if that was a paper towel, I would not put it on its side. Paper towel, like the Charmin that's up there on the right, or the Angel Soft. Big, soft side. You put even light products in the middle of those boxes, they're going to crush them. And that's what happens all the time. And these guys love to put cases on their sides. That Chex Mix, solid box. Paper towels, no. You do not put paper towels on their side. You don't see any paper towels on their side on my order, or the Angel Soft toilet paper, anything to that nature. Now that there, getting up higher, you know, I love the fact that I just said that, but it's getting up higher on my product. Now, once I say your chest high, you could turn paper on its side because you're towards the top, but I still didn't like it. I thought about it, but I'm like, I still don't like it. I think cases are better upright. I truly do. I think cases are better upright. That's the way they are meant to be. And to me, it is much easier stacking when you keep your cases upright. And I put that Viva, whatever it's called, I put it on its side for 2 seconds and said, no, I'm not doing it. I just don't like it. I like cases upright. Like I said, this is getting to the end here because I didn't have much to do. And I do wrap this. So the Bounty, all right, right here I'm wrapping. And you're going to see this break right here. I just immediately go right back in, tucking into the next crease and keep going. So this is the end of the video, I believe. So when you are wrapping your pallets, just to give you a little, yeah, that's the end. So when you are wrapping your pallets, 2 things. 1, just 1 time around the middle, a couple times around the middle to hold that, secure it. And 2, if you break whatever corner you broke on, the next time you come around, just go a little lighter around that corner and then go stronger around the corner once you get around another corner, because it's catching something, it's catching a case and it's ripping on there. So if you pull tight every time you go around there, you're going to keep breaking on that corner. Go light around that corner, and then when you get to the other side of the pallet, go a little bit stronger. With that also being said, we waste so much time on wrapping pallets. People will absolutely mummify their pallet all the way, and then they still take it to the wrap machine. It doesn't need wrapped. You wrapped it 18 times on your order, just throw it on the dock. So with that being said, let's take a look at some of my finished product. All right, so this is the front of my pallet. Like I said, a little bit of mixture of the cases I started with down in that bottom corner. Now I only had a few cases over there. Now once again, listening to my product, listen to how many cases I had coming up. Let's say I had 15 of those smaller cases. I know way too many people that would have spread those 15 cases out over that pallet. Me, if I had 15 cases where I started, where I was getting smaller cases like down in that corner, they would all be stacked up the front of my pallet. I would leave as much wood exposed as I possibly can for all the rest of the order, because I know they're all bigger cases coming. That's why it's so important to listen to those 4 things. Also, with that being said, look at the wrap. 2 times around, that's it. I don't need to sit there and wrap this thing all the way to the ground, all the way up, because I'm taking it to the wrap station when I'm done. Just a little bit of wrap to hold it together. Here's the side of the pallet here. You can see I got the oats to fit in there. I always stick these oats in the middle. It always seems like they work out well to tie in a corner to the inside. Got my Angel Soft tied in. I got my Sparkle tied in. So although it's column stacked up, and from the front and the back, there's really no tie-in. I got a tie-in from front to middle. So still nice looking pallet. We're square. It's, you know, like I said, I did my times with no problem on this order. Here's the back of the pallet right here. Once again, we got a column going up the side. It's fine. We put a little bit of wrap around it, call it a day. Right here, the second case is up, that Charmin. What do you notice? A high outside, low inside. Those two cases, if they were swapped around, I would have a slant coming to the outside, possibly dropping this corner. People do not take the time to switch these cases around. So if that Charmin was on the inside and the Fiber One, it looks like was on the outside, people would leave it like that. And then they would stick the case on top. And then when they go around the corner and their whole entire column falls, oh, why did it fall? It was built. No, it wasn't. Because you had a low outside, low corner, high inside. Switch them around, have that high corner. Let's take a look at the other side of the pallet. Once again, on this side of the pallet, same thing. There was those two Charmins I was talking about. I had one of those Charmins down in this area where the cereal is, and I had two of them, so I took them and put them in the corner. I treat them as one case. That's one case in the corner, nice big solid corner. The Bounty ties that in. I got the marshmallow fluff on the top. It's on its side. Honestly, I don't even know why I have it on its side, but it doesn't matter. It's a top case, doesn't matter. Is this other case on its side? Yeah, we got another case on its side down here. Two things. One, it's a cereal. And two, that little light case on top of it. If you look on the Bounty and the Viva, there's no pressure on that center column. Usually when I build pallets, if you ever catch a case on its side, it's on the top or it's in the middle. And if it's in the middle, it's got absolutely no pressure on, because I got stuff like the Viva and the Bounty that's putting zero pressure on top of that case in the middle. So those are my cases. What do you know, or my pallet rather. You notice a nice square pallet. Everything is square. Everything's tied in as best as it could possibly be in the time I was given. So let's look at this one. This is in the same 68 out that I was in. This was taken from me, from someone in our warehouse. What the heck? I don't get it. What are we doing? See what I mean? We got chips on their sides. We got Charmin upright. We do everything in our power to stack cases improperly. Honestly, I see all new selectors do this. Like I said, when I talked about my pet peeve of stacking a certain way in the part of the pallet, I said I could equally do this with cases on their sides and cases upright. I don't get why we do this. I don't get the whole mindset behind this. And then we're like, that is one of the furthest I've ever seen a case stick off a pallet. It's got to be at least a foot. It is so far off the side of the pallet. Definitely not making it on the truck. I don't know. I don't know if this got rebuilt or not, because if you're a loader and you go to load something like this, you're going to crush the crap out of it. I just don't get it, guys. It is not that difficult. Cases are meant to be the way they come off the pallet. At rare occasions do you turn them on their sides. Very, very rare occasions are you standing a case upright. I hope these selection videos are helping you. Me selecting in the warehouse, doing these voiceovers, explaining why I'm doing what I'm doing, and then trying to show you ways that do not work. And for some reason, I really want you new selectors to pay attention to me selecting, because I've been doing it a while, and every new selector, if your new selectors in your warehouse are like our warehouse, they all put cases on their sides. 50-60% of cases on their sides, upright, like I just showed you in that last picture. I just don't get it. We need to stop doing it. We need to start keeping cases the way they come off the pallet. Guys, that's it for today. I hope everyone has a great day. Subscribe to the channel, Discord, link in the description below. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day.